You are live, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, James. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Anna Reynolds School Project Building Committee. It is August 17th, and it is 5:16. James, could you do the roll call for us, please?
Certainly can. Counselor Camillo,
Here.
Commissioner Fletcher,
Here.
Commissioner Dugan,
Here.
Commissioner Parati,
Here.
Counselor Rada,
Here.
Commissioner Wetzel,
Here.
Chairman Woods.
Here.
You have a quorum, sir.
Okay, thanks, James. Next item is public participation, and we have nobody in the Zoom
Nobody on.
audience. So my next item would be take action on prior meeting minutes. We have one, which is the meeting of,
August the 3rd.
yes, August the 3rd. So I would entertain a motion that we approve the minutes as written,
So moved.
moved by Counselor Rada,
Second.
seconded by Counselor Camillo. Any discussion, changes, questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Is there anyone opposed? It passes unanimously. Thank you, everyone. Next item is take action on potential change orders. Rich?
All right, we've got quite a few for this meeting. So we've been kind of busy the past few weeks getting some of these PCOs through. So we did have a few different meetings on site going over the details of these. So first one is PCO 76. This is an older one, and we've gone back and forth a few times with the contractor and the owner's environmental consultant on this, on their methods and procedures for removing additional asbestos containing transite soffit panels, which are on the sides of phases 2 and on the sides of phase 4, so the B wing and the E and F wing. So PCO 76 encompasses both of those costs. That's related to Enviromed's PR number 1. PCO number 91 is for an RFI about the stair landing at the back of the stage. This is part of the phase 3A work, which is what we turn over at the end of October. So the finished floor had changed materials at the back of the stage where there's stairs coming up from the back corridor. So there's ads and credits in here from a couple different contractors to facilitate that adjustment. PCO 135 relates to the Shonox flooring that we did in B wing. There was a poly barrier that was added to the underside of the Shonox. That gives us another level of security on the moisture coming through the slab. The vapor barrier essentially acts and allows the one acting as a vapor barrier, and 2 allowing the top slab to move even more separately from the main slab in the building. PCOs 139 for ASI 49 was for stud walls that were over demoed by the demo contractor, had to be rebuilt by the framing contractor. That's no cost for the project. That's moving money between trades. Same thing for PCO 142. Beam was damaged at the roof level in the cafeteria. Beam had to be replaced. There's another back charge between the demo contractor and the general trades who has the steel package for this job. So again, no cost to the owner on that one. PCO 143, the kitchen equipment, there's a steamer that required a drain, condensate drain. That's an existing piece of kitchen equipment. The original drawings did not account for the drain needing to remain in place for that. So there's additional cost to repipe that drain, floor drain, into the lower level for that steamer, which is going back into the kitchen. PCO 144 for PR 17 was for the PCB paint blasting that occurred in B wing. took out some of the mortar in the vertical joints in the CMU walls. The CMU walls remain exposed and get painted, so the painting contractor has work in there to put caulk into specified joints to fill the gap before he does his final coat of paint to conceal those voids in the mortar. PCO 147, the drinking fountain alcove in B wing. When the demo work was being done in that phase, it was discovered that there was not a 12-inch CMU block wall. It was actually an 8-inch with a 8-inch block with a 4-inch face block on the front. So that affected the construction when the wall got cut and demoed to create the alcove for the drinking fountain. There was a gap that needed to be filled. It was filled by the drywall contractor. That work is already completed. You can't even tell right now that it's not CMU. So it did come out really well there. PCO 149 is for wet roof deck replacement. During the installation of roof drains over in this corridor behind the stage, this is part of our phase 3A work. It's outside of the new elevator addition against the custodian's closet door area. There was a roof drain being installed. We discovered wet gyp deck in that location, so it needed to be removed to make it structurally sound again. So that work was performed on a time and material basis and tracked on PCO 149. PCO 150 for the A wing in the phase 3 work under the stage. That was the return air for the life of the building. And it's no longer being the return air, but we ended up cleaning underneath there, and the stage will be, the front will be put back on the stage and everything will be sealed up. But there was duct cleaner came in and provided HEPA vacs and negative air and sucked out all of as much of the dust in there that he could to keep that area as clean as possible. But it is out of the airstream now with the new design. PCO 151 on the top of the stage proscenium. There was a piece of miscellaneous metals support beam up top that had to come out, that was interfering with the new millwork that went in and was removed on a T&M basis. Again, it was not initially shown on the contract drawings as even existing in that location, and our new work would have interfered with it. So it had to be removed for the new work to continue. PCO 152. This is one of the doorways that leads from A wing near the lobby going into the courtyard. The head detail needed to be modified there with additional framing for the new aluminum door to go in the place of what used to be a hollow metal door. PCO 153, another back charge for the demo contractor. He required use of the general trade contractor's dumpster one weekend, so there are dumpster costs being charged to him. Again, no cost to the project on these back charges. PCO 154, the foundation at the main entry needed to be extended. This partially relates to the piers that were added for the future canopy at the front entrance. Sidewalk could not be installed first as the details originally called for the aluminum entry to work. So the foundation was extended up to give a location for the aluminum entry system to sit on to allow us to continue our work inside while the exterior work remains ongoing. And PCO 155, this sort of relates back to the gyp deck, what we had talked about before. We were looking to increase the allowance with the roofing contractor so that the next time we do run into a wet gyp deck issue, which we anticipate having in this next phase with the gym and the E and the F wings, which is the 1955 edition, we anticipate running into some more wet gyp deck in that area. Increasing the value of this allowance allows us to keep that contractor moving and keep that work ongoing. Does anybody have any questions?
Any questions for any of this for Rich? I know it's a lot to take in. But again, they're doing a tremendous amount of work out there in a short period of time. So seeing no one with their hand up, I would entertain a motion that we approve PCOs 76, 91, 135, 139, 142, 143, 144, 147, 149, 150, 151, 152, 153, 154, and 155 in the amount of $76,937.73.
Make a motion.
Thank you, Counselor Camillo, and seconded by who? By Carol. Thank you, Carol. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. And next item is take action on invoices. I printed a whole bunch of stuff, so it was going to take me a minute to get down to them. I know we have a few.
Yeah, Steve, if you want me to go through them.
Yeah, if
since
you can,
Lauren's
I'm
not on,
still trying to
go
find it.
ahead.
I haven't gotten to it
Yeah,
yet.
I can share. Although James, is that you that has that up there?
It is.
Beautiful.
Oh,
I just
okay.
saw it. Yep, go ahead.
All right. So to start with, we have CSG invoice number 20 in the amount of $10,028.25. Oop. Sorry. I'm good.
And this is just your monthly payment, right? That's all.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we have a Meyer invoice. Again, this is for the tables, a monthly charge $245.76. And then the next Meyer invoice is for the books, which that won't be over until D-Wing phase. And then we have two separate environment invoices, one for testing in April and another for June testing. The first environment invoice is for $2,596. And the second environment invoice is for $11,450. And this is for all the hygienics testing, PCB removal, and clearing the air, monitoring, etc. James, if you want to scroll down, if anyone wants to see. These are just yeah. Okay, so those are all the PCB sampling, and like I said, this is the monitoring here. And engineering support. So it's just, we had a lot of clearing for this summer. And then for the final invoice, if you want to just scroll down, James. Oh, well, we missed that one on the cover page, but I saw when you just scrolled up, that was IES, and
Yeah, that's not on the cover sheet, right?
right, we'll have to add that on here.
Yep.
That's just the monthly fee for commissioning, so $2,853.
Okay. You don't have a total, right? I do in a second.
Getting it right now.
2, 8.
$58,982.69.
Okay, James, you're right. I agree.
All right. And there is the one other invoice that is on there that we just didn't hit, it's for Whaley. And we had a purchase order for this. This is for the TVs that were installed into B Wing, 31,554.
So we have to add that to it.
No, that's on.
It's on it?
That's the last one on the cover sheet.
Oh, it is. You're right. Yeah. Okay. So 58,982, right? 58,
58, 982, 69.
982.69. All right, so I'd entertain a motion that we approve the invoices for CSG, Meyer, Enviromed, Whaley, and IES in the amount of $58,982.69.
Make a motion to approve.
Thank you. Council
Second.
Pringle,
Second.
seconded by Carol. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Next item, financial update. Eileen.
Okay, make sure the screen. It is, but it's not the. Okay, can everyone see the attached? And I'll
Mhm.
send it out as well. All right, can I move this? All right, so we're still doing well with the budget. As you can see, the balance to pay here. Owner's rep. This, well, KBA is the first two. CSG, we're at about 61%. Environment here, we'll be talking about this in a little bit because we are running out again. That's our hazardous material consultant monitoring. And in the summertime, we go through a lot of that. Our materials and inspections. Currently, I have this on the invoices. They just sent in 5 invoices, so we're at 95% of that total. We'll have to move a little bit of funds around just to continue covering those on-site inspections. And let's see. Our commissioning agent, the IES, we're at 59%, doing well. There's a couple items I had talked to Lou about some of these items. In here, we're not using so much. Moving and storage costs we'll have additional coming up, but we're, as you see, we're doing really well here. And the next move is coming up. Stormwater, we're fine. FF&E, we just had FF&E come in, so there'll be FF&E invoices that'll be shortly coming in. And then we just had a technology equipment invoice hit for the 31,000, which was encumbered. And then, let's see. The owner continued, this is a little bit less, because I know that we're about $230,000 into this. I'm not sure what happened here. I'll have to verify. But currently, we're still tracking well on the budget. Does anyone have any current questions?
So we roughly have 950,000 in our contingency account, right? I'm sorry,
Yes.
850. 850? 850, 150. 90. Yeah, closer to 900, maybe 900,000. Okay. Anybody have any
So-
questions for Eileen? I see no one's hand raised. Okay, thank you, Eileen.
All right, thank you.
Jennifer, I know you've been busy. I'll just have to look at a pay rec to see that it's $2.4 million. Then there's a lot of work going on.
There is. Sure, Rich is going to share all the pictures and yep, there's so much going on. Let's see. Okay. So our report, typical as always, of course, is, attending our regular meetings, doing job visits, answering RFIs. Again, submittals are very few and far between, but there are still occasionally submittals that we review. The applications for payment and PCOs that come our way, the potential change orders that come our way that we review before approving them or recommending to you for approval. So all of the potential change orders that Rich went over today, we had reviewed those. We provide comments when necessary, and we recommended those for approval. So we've already signed those. And the application for payment, which is coming up later, as you mentioned, Steve, we reviewed that and signed off on that as well. And that was a big one. So there's a lot going on because they're trying to finish up. So I'll let Rich get to that. And that's it. Any questions?
Anyone have any questions? Thanks, Jennifer.
Sure. Was I sharing? It's not
Yes,
like
yeah,
highlighted.
yeah.
Okay. In the proper screen, I hope.
Yeah, it is. Well, you know
Okay.
what? We've seen this. We were doing it at Rich's office the other day and it didn't pop up, but the other people could see it.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden it
Good.
popped up on his screen.
Yeah, there's a lot of things on my 3 screens, so I was hoping you saw the correct thing. Thanks.
Okay. Next is owner project managers update. Eileen?
Okay, I am gonna go back to Jennifer for a minute because we did have furniture this week and so
That too.
yeah, I know there's so much going on, but I didn't want to steal your thunder on that, but I
No,
think it went really
thanks.
well, right? Go ahead and
Sure. There were a few vendors out. There were 3 in particular that were out delivering on Monday and Tuesday, putting some things together. Some things were left, like there were some carpets delivered, the area rugs for the classrooms. I believe those are left rolled up for now until Casey, who was there for Monday's installation. She's going to take a look at things on Monday, the things that were rolled up and not fully unpacked. She's going to take a look at things. She always will do her punch list and report on that and follow through with the invoices to recommend which things can be paid for and not. So yeah, that went pretty well. They moved most of the furniture for that. Most of the new furniture from those 3 vendors was moved into rooms, but not quite all of it. There's still some left to move. It's in a staging area and will be moved next week. So, and there's a lot of moving that you'll be doing too, right, Eileen?
yes,
Tomorrow, I believe, right? Yeah.
you got it.
Okay.
All right, so today we had our final move meeting and we did have the furniture. I was working with KBA and Newfield with all the logistics of getting people in, having rooms ready. And then tomorrow we begin the move at 8:30 and we'll get everything moved from A and C wing into B wing, into D wing. We'll get things from off-site and then we have a final move that's going to happen on 8/24, bringing back all the cafeteria items and setting up a temporary cafeteria. So as everyone's stating, just a lot going on, a lot of traffic. So hopefully we'll play nice tomorrow and have a good day, get everything done for the teachers coming in the following week. And I just wanted to also say that we did review, and Steve actually came to our PCO meeting as well in the trailer, so he joined us. That was fun. It was, we did approve the proposed change orders for 76,937.73. And also the application for payment this month from Newfield in the amount of $2,387,5382. Does anyone have any questions? Rich has all the good updated photos.
Any questions for Eileen? Again, seeing nobody's hand up.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Eileen. Next item is construction manager's update. Rich?
So we've been busy the past few weeks with pretty much everywhere in the building right now, getting ready for the furniture move that started on Monday. So we were coordinating there with KBA and Eileen on the access, making sure certain rooms were ready for the staging of furniture to show up. We've since that point, the site work has progressed. You'll see in this first photo here, the fine grading is occurring. This is at the blacktop in the playground area at the back of B wing, D wing, which is our phase 2 work, is the part of the building you see on the right there. So we're scheduled for Monday for the asphalt paving to occur, the Monday the 21st. So Empire Paving has been in there the past couple of days doing their fine grade work. So anyone that had been here, this area was a material storage and parking for trade contractors at one point. So since we've cleared everything out during the past week, everything's getting ready for final coat of asphalt to go down in this area in the playground. Out at the front of the building up until Sunday, this area was opened up, excavated down. The 4 squares that you can see here are the locations where the canopy piers were placed. This is right outside the front entry. The end of the project right now is going to have sidewalk that goes over the piers. The piers are set up for future canopy when the funds are made available for that for the owner's installation. So this will save in the future having to remove the full sidewalks if the owner elects to install that canopy. So up until Sunday, for the half week or so before that, this was opened up for the concrete pour. There was 2 different pours with concrete pump in there. So you'll see one of the later photos also shows this area as of today backfilled with the grading coming up to put the sidewalk in and the front entry in. So the piers were right in the middle of a lot of other work going on. So a lot of coordination going on between the exterior walls, the roofers, the trades in this area to make that happen over the past week. Something we've been coordinating this with both Lou and Steve. So Steve, this might be the first, or in the Lou, the first time you're seeing this, but as of today, Gerber was able to start their work out on Fenn Road. So this is the new bus, both entrance and exit. Coordinating with the owner, we're looking to widen this area. Gerber is replacing a catch basin top with a flat top. We should be gaining about 6 feet on the drive aisle there. So that work is ongoing too. That'll be captured in the paving on Monday. So that should work out pretty well for what needs to happen for the turning radiuses there for the buses. Inside the building in B wing, the classrooms are beginning to get set up. Like we said before, the furniture is arriving now, so we've been coordinating with Owners IT, Craig Holland, on the installation and all of the TVs in the rooms, any other technology that's going on in these rooms as well. So the final cleaners came in and they waxed the floors before the furniture arrived. They still will come back and do a final wipe down and clean up the areas, but as of today, decent amount of the furniture is in place in this wing. There's some more moving that Eileen is coordinating for tomorrow with some of the belongings that are stored on site in other classrooms. So we're again working with Eileen on her access around the building for Myers to move everything back for the teachers to come in next week. So we've started up the air handlers in B wing between Monday and today. They've been individual classroom air handlers as well as the rooftop equipment have all started as well. So if you see a few missing ceiling tiles here and there, that's a part of the startup for accessing some of the valves above ceiling and dampers, but above ceiling inspection had passed with the town already, so we are able to close up all the ceilings. Finishes are all ongoing. We do buy our final coat of paint from our painter to go in towards the very end. That way there's no scratches, dings from any of the last minute work going on. So painter is currently working on that throughout the hall. B wing, we have the LVT floors are installed across most of the wing right now. They are continuing to work on that. You can't really see that in this photo. The temp protections are down to make sure that floor doesn't get scratched up through the movers or any of the work that's going on right now. Same thing for the wainscot tile on the wall. That's got temp protections on it as well. The group lavatories, these are off of the lobby. The ceramic tile floor was installed over the past 2 days in these two bathrooms. There are wall ceramic tiles as well that are going in throughout this week and this weekend. The lobby, this is the area of the building, phase 3, that was taken over at the end of or middle of June at the end of the school year. So that area is getting drywalled, finished right now. The painter is scheduled to go in there next week, as well as in the cafeteria on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week to do his dry fall paint. So finishes are getting ready to start. We should be all done with the ceilings in the lobby and the music room this weekend as well. The front wall, the north wall of the cafeteria, you can see the retaining wall here with the sidewalks being installed. They're being poured in a checkerboard sort of pattern, alternating panels that they pour. So the next pour will complete that section of sidewalk. And in this photo, you can see the aluminum window systems being installed. So the north face of the cafeteria will have the permanent windows, permanent wall ready for the start of school, which there was a contingency plan in the original construction to build a barrier wall there. Fortunately, we will not have to do that, so that this front wall will be available to the school for their use at the beginning of the school year. And again, here, this is the front entry. The aluminum is installed in this section as well. The metal panels will be installed on the walls here. And you can see they brought the grade up. This is right in front of the aluminum doors is actually where the canopy piers are. So they are, the anchor bolts on those are protected by grease and PVC caps. Sidewalk will be poured over those and can be accessed at a future date. Like I said before, the rooftop equipment is starting up earlier this week, so that's starting to run now. The roof has been installed on the cafeteria and the music room, as well as the group lavatories off of A wing. So in the roof on the main lobby was installed in the previous phase. So We've got still strong manpower, getting a lot of hours out of these trade contractors right now. Saturday work, some Sunday work is even in effect right now as well for some trades. So everyone's pushing to get as much of this done as quickly as we can, and as well as coordinating around everybody else involved on the owner's side as far as the furniture and moving goes as well. So we've got, coordination going on with our superintendent and Superintendent Rob. He's got a look ahead schedule to finish out everything in this lobby and the cafeteria down day by day, and he's got buy-in on all these subs that know when they need to be in areas, so materials on site for what we need, and everyone's in agreement on the path forward to completion before the start of the school year. So, anybody have any questions?
Go ahead, Mike.
What we're looking at right now. That's the man trap for the front entrance.
Yeah, so there's on the right side is where that transaction window is that goes to the front office. There's also a door that allows access into the front office, so the security check will occur at that point.
Okay. The original first picture you showed us where you're putting the bases for the piers.
Yep.
Those drain pipes from the roof. Is that what they are?
On the left side of the picture?
Well, the bottom of the picture and all the way at the top.
The bottom picture, that is the fire service, the main fire service coming into the building.
Okay.
And the one on the left is the clean out for the storm line, as well as a sanitary line that feeds from C Wing.
And since they were open, they all look good.
Yeah.
Too late
the
now, you
restraints
already covered them up, so.
Yeah. The thrust block is still in place for the fire service line. You can kind of make it out here a bit.
Yep.
But that thrust block was still in place, and the rods are pinning it back to the building as well.
Cool.
You can actually see the sanitary line has the red tape on the end of it. It was capped. That had to get reworked around where the new pier was. So that sanitary line is new in that location.
Cool. Okay, go back to the classroom.
That water surface line, Mike, too, is only 18, 20 years old, so it's not that old when we sprinklered the schools.
Okay. Up on the ceiling, is that for Wi-Fi? Is that
Yep,
right
the
there?
one centered on the grid, that is Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi antenna, the wireless access points are provided by owner's IT and installed by our network contractor.
Widening the end of the driveway, the curb cut where you widened it. Did we have to get permission from the state, being a state road?
It's a town road, Mike.
It's a town road?
Yeah, right there is a town road.
Okay, because I know the state plows at times there.
Yeah, but it is a town road.
Okay. Did we have to go zoning or anything for that curb cut?
Well, we did originally. So when we did our 8-24, that was on the plan.
Oh, okay. I don't remember it, so.
Yeah. So that driveway was always going to get widened. It just got widened another couple of feet. That's all.
Well, it looks great. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, we're going to move on then to other business pertinent to the committee. I know that we have a Newfields payment rec number 14 in front of us, which has been approved and signed off by the architect and our owner's project manager. It is in the amount of $2,387,053.82. And I would entertain a motion that we approve this pay rec.
Make a motion to approve.
Thank you, Counselor Camille and Carol, second. Any questions, comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Next is approve, we need to encumber some additional funds for environment services. Eileen, are you gonna handle that?
Yes. All right, let me see. Share my screen. Let's see. Where is it? That's the one I don't have pulled up.
Is that the PO 231224?
No, it's not. That one I don't have, that's the only one I don't have pulled up.
You know, pull back up your your budget. We can look at it that way. See what you
Yeah.
had, and then what we need to add.
All right, well, let's see. I need to pull it up on.
Is this the information you're looking for?
No, more.
So here,
The total.
can you? Am
the
I
total
sharing?
budget-
No, not yet.
I don't think so, no. No, James has something up on the screen.
Okay, let me share this.
You should be sure now.
All right, can everyone see this?
Yes.
Okay.
Believe everybody can.
All right, so basically with Environment, our hazardous materials consultant, we had combined amounts last time, closing these POs out, and then had added another 15K, making this 22,530. But anyway, we have had the invoices hit now, and the ones that were also just approved for 2,596 and 11,450. That leaves us with $160.50. And I received an additional funds request. And James, if you wanna, if I stop sharing, if you can pull up that other screen. Okay, so the additional request is for an additional $70,725 total funds to get through the rest of the project, or at least for the rest of the July monitoring fees, August monitoring fees, August PCBs, engineering support and compliance reports. This will be another 70K that we need to encumber here.
And are we encumbering this as an allowance, Eileen? Right? I mean, obviously, some of it, I know, the engineering support, the compliance reports probably are hard numbers. But the,
Right, I'm sorry, yeah, because these are all estimated amounts from Environment that were sent over. So
go ahead.
basically, though, we need to move some funds over either from owner contingency to cover this and encumber these funds in the budget. There are some lines that we can take money from, but not quite enough to cover the 70,000.
Okay, so then I would recommend to the committee that we take it from the contingency fund now. And then Eileen, at our next meeting, you can make recommendations to us where we can move money
Absolutely.
from line items that we have in an account that we probably will not, line items that we will probably not use for the committee's approval at our next meeting. If everyone is in agreement with that? Yes,
Yes.
no,
Yes,
yes. Okay, so then I would entertain a motion that we approve an additional amount of $70,725 to be put into. What fund is it going into? What account? Environmental,
Oh, into Enviromed.
into
yeah.
Enviromed's line item account.
make a
These are all
motion,
owner costs anyways.
make a motion.
Thank you, Mike. In a second,
Second.
seconded by Councilor Rada.
Thank you.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye,
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay.
Next one is improve encumbering technology funds for Connecticut communications. Eileen?
All right, so this was a $2,080 cost for maintenance coverage. This is a little bit of additional work that Craig wanted done for the school project. And just a different way of installing the telephone system. So anyway, we do have additional funds, as Steve said, that I can move around into the budget. One of those Lou and I spoke of last week, and I can go ahead and share the screen again, show you where this money is. All right. So Lou informed me that he was paying the costs for the CM trailer electrical usage, so we have the 27,000, which we can go ahead and use 2,080 to cover this invoice and move that dollar amount into the technology fund here. So if I could just get an approval for,
We just need a motion to approve the invoice that you had up in the amount of 2,000 and what was it? I didn't write it down.
$80
$2,080. And
for
who-
Connecticut Communications.
for Connecticut Communications.
Make a motion.
Thank you, Carol. Seconded by Dr. Fletcher.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. I think that's it. Anybody have anything else for any other business? Our next meeting, I believe, is September 7th, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. And we will have a tour after the meeting of the building. Definitely. Whoever wants to do it. Next item is public participation. James, we don't have anybody, do we?
Still nobody with us.
Okay. Okay, next item is comments by members. Anyone, anything before we sign off? Motion to adjourn then from someone, please.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Dr. Fletcher. Motion made. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And adjourned, and it is 6:05. Thank you very much. We had great attendance tonight, guys. Everybody's here.
Thank you.
Have a good night and have a good
Thank
weekend.
you.
Thank you.
You too.
Good night. Thanks.
Good night.